Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Tide Pool podcast. Today we have a brand new guest, as usual, Suttles.
Hello.
So, I guess just as usual, you can go ahead and introduce yourself to the podcast, what you do, and yeah.
Okay, so my name is Suttles. I have a YouTube channel that's roughly like 2,600 subscribers. I also stream out there on Twitch, and yeah, I game a lot. Basically it.
So, how did you start gaming? Because I know you have played a variety of different games, but what really started you in the gaming community?
Um, so how I started is whenever I was little, um, I had a Wii. I'm pretty sure like every kid my age had a Wii whenever they were little. And I just started out on that. I started out on Mario Kart, and I was really good on that. I beat all my friends. It was super fun. And then I also played Skylanders. I also played that game a whole bunch. But yeah, Mario Kart and Skylanders is really how I started out.
Nice. So, like, how would you progress? Because obviously you're playing a lot of different games compared to Mario Kart and Nintendo itself.
Yeah, so whenever I was little, all my friends always had Xboxes and everything like that. I never had an Xbox. I would always have a Wii, um, and I would always ask my parents if we could get an Xbox. They always said no. So I eventually saved up enough money, and then I like I found this really great deal on Xbox 360, and it came with like 5 games. So I got that, and that's how it basically started me into Call of Duty because it came with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and that's how it started me into the Call of Duty genre.
So, I guess Call of Duty's one of you, I guess I know Call of Duty's definitely been one of your main games. So, did you just love that game from the start that you just kept on going on with that?
Yeah, I would say that. I really liked the zombies aspect. My friend was begging me to get it, so I got it. And I got zombies and Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare was the first Call of Duty that I ever grinded out. I didn't do YouTube at the time. Me and my friend were just grinded out. And I had every single gun in multiplayer because in Advanced Warfare you could like unlock different types of like variants of each gun, and I had every single gun. And on zombies, whenever like a new map would come out, I would solve the Easter egg. I would do all that with my friend. We just grinded that game out insanely. I probably have over like 1,000 hours on that game.
Wow, that's crazy. So, how long do you say you've been like gaming for? Like, since you were a kid, or do you have like years?
I would probably say since I was probably like first grade, I've been gaming. Not like seriously. I started out seriously probably I would say in like fifth grade. Whenever I got Advanced Warfare, I kind of got serious in that. I got really good at zombies, and yeah, that's whenever I
Nice.
first started getting serious.
Were you doing any content creation or streaming on Twitch? Because I know you've definitely just started picking up live stream again a lot more frequently than what it was before.
Yeah, I whenever I was little, I would like unbox my Skylanders that I would get. I would just record it and unlock it or unbox it, and I never really understood how to record. So I just never did that. I would just unbox things, and I would just tell people what came in the box basically, and I told them my opinion. And that's really it. I also started out recording. I had an iPod and then an iPad, and so I would record with my iPod. I would set it up and I would record like Clash of Clans or like Minecraft from my iPad. It was kind of funny.
What made you want to record? Like, did you have inspirations or anything like that?
Um, I didn't really have inspirations. I can't really remember. I would
Mm-hmm.
just watch YouTube, and I was like, I just always thought it would be super fun to do YouTube. So that's really how I started it.
Mm-hmm. So, how's Twitch going for you? I know you just hit 200 followers, so congrats on that. But how's everything going so far?
Thank you for congratulating me, and it's going good. You know, it's Twitch. It's pretty hard to grow on
Mm-hmm.
once you first get started because it's not like other platforms where they'll like promote like your video on YouTube. They'll promote it even if you're just a small channel. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Twitch, you really have to like if you're gonna get noticed. Have to be different, and they're gonna have to scroll down a lot or stuff like that. So, how I already had a YouTube following a little bit, a lot of my good followers over there came over and followed me on Twitch, and then also some people from Twitter came over, and of course I've gained a whole bunch of new people just from Twitch alone.
Yeah.
So that's yeah.
Just a quick question. Did you have multiple channels from the start, like unboxing your Sky or what Skylanders
Yeah.
or and all that stuff, or did you just kind of like private those videos and kind of start over time?
I actually had one other channel besides the channel I have now. It was called like 22 the Man Owl because I don't know why. I just 22 is the year I graduate, and then my school mascot was an owl, and
uh,
then my nickname was like the Man because like I don't know why. I just
mhm.
named it that, and so that was the channel name. So it was like it's not really anything special. I didn't really gain a whole bunch. It was more or less just my friends watching those videos because I didn't really know how to do it at the time.
Yeah.
So
So do you have any of those videos still, or did it just all go away?
I actually still have the password to that YouTube
Oh
channel.
my.
I go back at times and watch it because they're pretty
Mm-hmm.
funny. They're pretty
Do
funny.
any of your friends know, or is it kind of just like you don't want to say anything about it?
My close friends know about my YouTube and my Twitch
Mm-hmm.
now, but like my old channel, no one really knows about. It's just I don't talk about it.
Yeah. So now you're here as Suttles. Is it Suttles now, or is it Suttles the panda?
It's Suttles.
So how did you get that name? Because I definitely know when I was talking to you through the Twitter DMs, you definitely had a good background with your name. So how'd you come up with that?
Yeah. So at first, so my Xbox username, it was like art. It was like at first it was Arch Bubble, like, and then it had numbers after it. It was just like the default name that it gave you. And then I changed it over to the Subtle Panda. And then I named my YouTube channel after that at first before I did any videos because I thought that was a good name. And then I didn't really like the name that much whenever I thought about it more. So then I went over to Reflex, and that's where I gained a whole bunch of my subscribers over. In the summer of 2017, I did zombies. I was really good at that, and I would just do high rounds, Easter eggs, and people really enjoyed that. And then I took a 3 month break, and it kind of all died off. Just everyone really in the community really knowing me, it kind of died off. Um, but then later on, whenever I figured out that Reflex was a name that a whole bunch of people had, it wasn't really, you know, wasn't really original. I thought it was at the time, but it's really not on YouTube. You can search up Reflex, and there's hundreds of them. But then, I thought about it a bit. I was like, what's a good name that's original that I will like, and that I can get a Twitch username for it also. And then I thought of Suttles, and just because the Subtle Panda, I just like Suttles. I like how it sounds, and that's how the name Suttles came to be.
Wow. So that literally just came out of your head, like Suttles. That sounds good.
Yeah, that's just
Wow.
basically how
I
it
would
happened.
never really think of that. But yeah, that's really cool. So why did you kind of take a break? That 3 month
Um,
break?
I took a break. I think okay, so I went to a new school, and then at first, it's a new school. I'm making new
Yeah, of
friends,
course.
and then on my Instagram, which is like a private Instagram that is just
Mm-hmm.
for my friends. At my last school that I went to, before the new one, everyone like knew about my Instagram or my YouTube, so I didn't really care. So I posted something about my YouTube on there, and then whenever I was like trying to make new friends and stuff out there, someone actually found my Instagram and they saw that, and then everyone basically knew, and so I kind of stopped for a bit because it's just weird. Not a
Mm-hmm.
whole bunch of people do YouTube, and so they were just like, oh, that's just kind of weird. That's just it's not right. But then I realized, like I just made my good friends there, and they supported me through that, and I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna keep going with this. And then I came back. Whenever I came back, it was really strong, and everything like that, because I was still streaming at the time out there on YouTube. Whenever I came back, and then I just every single like school year, I always take a couple breaks. It's not a good thing. So this next school year, because I also went to a new school this year, and it's a different type of school. It's like a college prep school, so it's like a college schedule. So I only go to school 3 days a week,
Oh
and then I have
wow.
like a whole bunch of homework the other days.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of getting used to that this year. That's why I didn't stream as much, or that's why I didn't upload as much throughout the school year. But since I got it down through this year, this next year, I'll have no breaks. I'll have nothing like that. It's just going to be straight grinding from here on out.
Awesome.
So
So it seems like you have moved schools a lot. And I guess if that would ever happen again, if that's kind of like something that could happen, are there chances that you do take breaks, or if someone finds out about it, you just keep on going on with it?
um, I think at this point, after the first school that found out about it, I'm not really caring anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna like me for who I am, and they're not gonna like judge me on if I have a YouTube channel or not. And I don't think I'm gonna switch schools again. The reason why I switched schools is because the first one I was going to, from like preschool to like seventh grade, my sister finally graduated, and it wasn't really a good school in high school. It just wasn't. And then I went to a different school because I thought it was a feeder school for this high school,
Mm-hmm.
and so I thought I was gonna go to that high school, but then I didn't. Then this other school just it wasn't good at all. Like it was terrible. So now I'm where I'm at now, and I'm never gonna transfer again. So it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's great though. That way you don't have to keep on changing and all that stuff. But I guess speaking about school and all that stuff, how do you manage time? Because I know you definitely sound like a very busy guy and everything. So how is it managing time? And also, I guess finals is coming up for, I guess, lots of, or probably everyone, because everyone does take finals. So how is that gonna be?
Well, I actually took my finals
Oh wow.
last
Okay.
yeah last Wednesday. I actually took my finals, and I'm out of school already. That's why I've been doing like 10-hour streams,
Oh wow.
crazy stuff.
Okay. Yeah, you got out
Um,
way earlier. We get out
yeah,
next week.
yeah. And so that's like the way I manage my time. Like whenever I was at the other schools where I was still going 5 days a week, it's really more or less of me just getting my homework done super quick because I know most people they're like they have their phone next to them or they're listening to music, and I used to do that, but now I'll do like homework in the class or I'll do it like directly after school, and like have nothing like around me besides homework and school stuff, just so I'm not tempted to go on my phone, get distracted, and take up like 3 hours instead of me only having like an hour and a half of homework to do.
Mm-hmm. So would you do this like during the like just regular school year, or was it always different?
I did this throughout really the entire school year because I would pay attention a lot in class, and then we'd get over early, and so I would just do my homework in class, and it wouldn't be that hard if you paid attention in class for at least my school. And then for the tests, whenever a test was coming up, it still wasn't that hard because as long as I pay attention in class, I basically retain everything from the class, and I just know it all on the test.
Nice. So would you say you're pretty good at time management then?
I'm
Getting
all
stuff.
right. I'm
Yeah.
not the best.
Mhm.
There's some places where I'll still have my phone whenever I'm doing homework, and
Yeah.
it will take me like 3 to 4 hours to do homework. Whenever
Mhm.
it would take me like an hour and a half. So I'm still not the best on that. I think I'm gonna get better this next year, just because I really want to start grinding this out again. And it's just I think I'm gonna become way better this next year.
Yeah. So what are your plans for this summer? Because obviously summer is definitely a great time for getting those streams on and just grinding everything out.
Yeah, I think I'm going out of town maybe like once or twice. But that's really it, and it's not for a long period, maybe like 3 or 4 days.
Mhm.
And whenever I do go out of town, I think one of the times I'm going on vacation, and so I'm just gonna bring my Xbox. I know I'm a PC gamer now, but I'm just gonna bring my Xbox and still stream out on Twitch and just bring my headset so I can talk to people in chat and just play whatever games are on my Xbox still. And that's really what I do. Like whenever I go to my sister's house for a little bit because she lives like 3 hours away. So whenever I we would go there because whenever we were like remodeling her house and stuff and putting
Mhm.
furniture up, I would just take my Xbox down there and then I would stream in a different room at night. That's basically what I did.
That's awesome. So you would take your Xbox to vacation. Would anyone get mad that you're still doing this on vacation?
No, they wouldn't get mad because I wasn't doing it during the day. I would
Mhm.
do it more or less whenever they're like whenever it was at night, whenever we were done doing everything and they were just watching TV, so they didn't really mind that much. Um, my PC just fell asleep. So yeah, it's just they wouldn't get mad just because they're watching television at night, and so I'd just
Mhm.
be in the other room. They wouldn't really matter. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah. So I guess just bring this back real quick to your school. What were like the most stressful parts for you? Because obviously you got to stream, you got to do something.
Yeah. I think the most stressful part is whenever I was doing this spring, whenever I was doing two sports at once,
Mm-hmm.
whenever I had practice every single day for multiple hours, and then I still had to do homework, I still had to study, and it wasn't it was pretty hard, it was pretty stressful. So I didn't really stream or like do YouTube a whole bunch during those times just
Mm-hmm.
because it was very stressful and it was pretty tough.
Yeah, what sports do you play right now then?
I played golf and volleyball.
Ooh, nice. So how's that going for you? Do you plan on continuing that?
Yes, I do plan on continuing it. Next year, I'll manage my time even more during that season. I'm just gonna have
Mm-hmm.
a focus on it and not get distracted because people waste a whole bunch of time going on YouTube and watching people. Like, I don't think I'll be able to do that much during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Or like going on Instagram, going on Snapchat, looking through people's stories. I don't think I should be able to like. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that during those seasons.
Yeah.
Um, just because if I really want to do this, then I need to just stick to it and not give up.
Yeah. I guess for lots of sports, do you have to travel for like tournaments over weekends? And I guess that would definitely take up lots of time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, do you plan on doing sports in like college then? Like, I guess everyone would love to become a streamer for full time if that's what they really love, but that's obviously hard. So, what would be your, I guess, fallback plan or just something that you can always come back to if streaming doesn't really work out?
Yeah, I'm hoping to go on to college on a volleyball scholarship because I do play club right now. We're actually going to nationals
Ooh,
this
nice.
summer, but it's local, so it's not
Mm-hmm.
really gonna matter. It's not like I'm going out of state or anything, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll still be able to stream during that. Probably just not as much because I still need sleep, and the tournament will be going on like all day for like 5 days,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then we'll get that over with. But yeah, I'm hoping to go on a scholarship for that if I get good enough. But if I don't go on a scholarship, then I'm hoping my grades will help out a bit. Um, because I mean I don't make the best grades. I make A's and B's,
Yeah.
so it's not like insane all
Mm-hmm.
A's like all like, but you know I'll still go to college even if I do become full time before I go to college. I'm still going to go. I'm still going to go to college, and I'm going to be streaming in college hopefully. And yeah,
What do you plan to study?
I'm going to do business. I'm also going to get like I'm also going to do HVAC, so like air conditioning.
Oh, nice. Any reason why or just something that you like?
No, it's because I'm mainly good at science and math, and
Mm-hmm.
engineering has a big role in math.
Yeah, of
So I
course.
really like that part just because I'm good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, HVAC because I want to own like my own business eventually. And then I thought about like plans, like only doing commercial, so I don't get like weird calls like at midnight for like residential people calling out if their air conditioning is out. And I live in Texas, and people always need air conditioning.
Oh yeah.
So
Mm-hmm. I can understand that.
yeah.
Definitely does get hot there. But yeah, that sounds great that you really do have like plans just in case if something doesn't work out or whatever. Definitely sounds
Hmm.
good. So I guess moving on to kind of your content creation and Twitch and YouTube, how is it like how are you like with balancing both like with uploading and then live streaming?
I'm uploading right now. At first, it was gonna be every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but now I lowered it down to Monday and Friday just so I can really focus on also streaming and not have to worry about videos as much. And also so I can just think about my videos more instead of just trying to put out as many videos as I can.
Mhm. So you're definitely focusing more on live streaming than recording videos and uploading them?
Yes.
Do you have any plans for YouTube? Do you like really want to do things like combine like Twitch and YouTube, or is it just kind of like another side with your live streaming?
I want to combine it. I want to be able to put up like stream highlights and stuff, but right now
Mm-hmm.
I'm just doing original content out there until I get a bit bigger, and then I think I'm just gonna do stream highlights and stuff like that out there.
Nice. So I think right now your biggest game is Rainbow Six at the
Hmm.
moment. That's what you're really into. So how's that going for you? Because I know, like, what I've noticed is that you definitely do jump to different games over time. I think that's something that you
Yeah.
do, or I'm not for sure.
Yeah, I definitely jump game to game. I wish Call of Duty was still, or like the zombie scene was still a big thing, because that's where I did gain a whole bunch of my subscribers, and I still love that dearly. But not a whole bunch of people after BO3, after Black Ops 3, really follow zombies anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
that's always a sad thing to see because I would still be grinding that game out if I could. But now I'm really just trying to find a game that I love and I want to spend like all my time on. There's a bunch of games that are good, but it doesn't compare to how I love zombies and how I could play that every single day for like the rest of time.
Mm-hmm. So that was also going to be another question that I was going to answer, like why like abandon, I guess you could say, COD. I know you still probably do play it, but like I guess just kind of move away from it. Is it just because it kind of lost its popularity and you wouldn't think it would do good, or what's your reasoning?
Yeah, it lost its popularity, and I don't want to really focus on a game right now. Like I want to be able to grow. I want to see like the bigger picture because with Call of Duty right now, there's only so much that you can grow, unlike other games because there's not as many zombies players anymore on Black Ops 4, and not a lot of people watch it. And I want to see like the bigger picture. I think I can only go so far with zombies, and I want to get better at like FPS games and stuff because FPS games takes up a big genre of gaming.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the main trend going on. Lots of FPS games, but have you done anything recently with COD or just kind of playing that on your own, or do you still play it like or get on it?
Yeah, I still play it. I actually have Black Ops 4 on my Xbox, and at night I'll just sit there and play a bit of Blackout, the new Battle Royale mode on there. But
Mhm.
Zombies, I haven't really played in a little bit. I'll pick it up at times. I'll pick up Black Ops 3 at times because I do have it on Steam. I do have custom zombies, and I'll play it at times, and I'll still do fairly good, but not as much, not as good as I used to, just because I'm a bit rusty.
Yeah. So obviously the new Black Ops 4 Blackout came out. That was definitely something different, of course, but I mean that was also the time Fortnite came out. But what's your
Yeah.
opinion with the Blackout game?
Blackout, it's good. I like how it is. I like the mechanics in the game. I just don't have it on PC
Oh,
because at
okay.
the time, whenever I got Blackout, I only had Xbox like gift cards because it was for my birthday, and my friends got me Xbox gift cards, and so I got it out there on Xbox. Which if I had it on PC, that'd probably be my main game. I'd probably play it a whole bunch because I do love that game dearly. Even just if it's not zombies, I just love Call of Duty just in general. Even if I'm not good at it,
Yeah.
I still like it a lot. So
Do you plan on doing any live streams of any of that? I don't. Do you have like capture cards that you can do, or is it like the fact that you don't have something that you can't live stream with, or why haven't you done COD live streaming? Because I know I said we've talked about how it's less popular, but I mean, do you plan on doing anything with COD?
yes, I plan on still trying to do Rainbow, still trying to do good at that. And then I think as chill streams, I'll just play Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
Just like whenever it's late at night and I'm just tired from playing ranked or on like CS:GO or not CS:GO, Rainbow Six Siege.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah,
Mm-hmm. That's also another thing. You've went through a CS:GO phase because I know that was definitely one of your games or that you
yep.
played. So, how did that go?
It was good. I think if I had more people playing it with me, it would definitely be better because I did my rank games and I did my rank games on it whenever I had my laptop and
Mm-hmm.
not my PC just yet. So I didn't do good on the ranked games whenever I was playing ranked. So I got the very worst rank out there, and I was trying forever to rank up, and I can only get to like silver 2, silver 3, and then I drop back down just because I was always doing so low and it was just really hard.
Okay, so then you switched over to Rainbow.
Yes.
So how's Rainbow going for you, and where do you plan to take this game? So where do you plan to take Rainbow go? Because like we said before, you definitely do tend to go to different games.
hmm Rainbow, I think I'm going to stick with this game for quite a while because I do have a lot of my IRL friends that also play it with me on live stream. and also just there's a whole bunch of other people that I've found through Rainbow and stuff that I like to play with. So it's not like I'm always running solo. I always usually am. I'm always like playing with someone usually on stream.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Would you say that the lack of people that you have to play with kind of just didn't want to make you play it anymore because you would be playing solo?
Yeah. Plus, CS:GO is more of a game that's just it doesn't really have any vibrant colors. It's not very like out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of a bland game. It's a good game, but it's just I don't think it's the right game for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that makes sense completely. So one thing is that what did not make you get into Fortnite? Because I know that's one thing that I don't think you haven't done yet. And I know that's pretty much what everyone is really into right now. So what's up with that?
Yeah, I played Fortnite actually whenever it first came out, before there was even like an item shop. It before anything was even there.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like the startup, and then it was like it was basically it. It was just a startup and where you could hop in a game. I played then, and I think I played. I think the last time I really played Fortnite was probably season 4, season 5.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of a long time ago, but it's just it clicked with me for a bit, but it made me rage a whole bunch, and that just wasn't fun.
Yeah. Um, so do you rage at Rainbow Six, or how did you rage at any of your other games that you've played previously?
Not really. I'll get frustrated at times, but Fortnite, it was just a rage-inducing game.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Is that just why you didn't want to play it, just because of the rage?
Not just that, I would probably pick it up, but now I feel like there's a super big learning curve on because everyone's building super fast now, editing super fast.
Mm-hmm.
If it was how it was in like season 4, then I'd probably still pick it up and play it. But now there's a huge learning curve on how to build and build fast, and just what are the tactics of building now.
Yeah, and there's tournaments and all that stuff. But I guess speaking of tournaments, have you attended any LAN events or done any of that stuff before?
No, I've actually never done any of that stuff. I would really like to, but I'm not really good at any game right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of like an entertaining streamer, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to get good at games, but I just can't really. So I might try to get Black Ops 4 on PC just so I can start playing Blackout on there.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess you said that could be your main game. Would you switch back then and live stream that, or keep on going with your Rainbow Six?
Yeah, I'd probably switch back,
All right.
but I'd do both probably.
Mm-hmm. So I guess, do you just want to stick with Rainbow and see how good you can get, or will it always be switching over to games and just trying some new stuff out?
It really just depends. If I start doing good on Rainbow, because I've only really been playing it on PC for the past 2.5 weeks or so, and I've seen a major improvement of how I play. I've just dropped down ranks from me playing solo at time because my friends aren't always on. So
Mm-hmm.
I've dropped down a bit of ranks. But whenever my friends are on, we usually win. We usually do good. So I think that's where I'm doing good at right now.
Yeah, so I guess for anyone who really doesn't know Rainbow Six, I have not really played that. I haven't really played CSGO that much, or Rainbow Six Siege, but I guess kind of maybe explain what it is, or kind of how you play it, I guess, or what you have to do.
So Rainbow Six Siege, there's a ton of different operators. There's defender operators and offensive operators. Every single operator is different. Of course, some of them will have the same guns, same gadgets, but none of them will have the same ability and the same thing that they have. So there's there's 3 armor slots, and there's 3 speed slots. So there's a lot of operators that have a 2 speed, 2 armor, just like in between, and there's some that have. My computer keeps turning off.
All good.
But yeah, so there's operators that have different type of speeds, different types of armor on them. So the armor ones, you just stay back in the room, or you're just like the tank on the team. And if you have a high speed, whenever you're on defense, you can roam, which roaming is basically where you go around the map and then you just try to get kills if someone comes through a door or something like that, instead of just staying in the objective and playing that. And Rainbow Six Siege also has a very cool environment. The environment is breakable, very breakable. There's some walls that you cannot break, but for the most part, it's very breakable. That's why you have to put up reinforcements. And there's certain operators that can hit through soft walls, soft doors, and then there's some operators that are also called hard breachers. Whenever you're on offensive and you're trying to break into the room, and the people that have like the defense, whenever they have reinforced a wall, you can break through that. And there's just a whole bunch of different operators that you can play in that game that they work well together. And there's like operators that will like counteract the other one, and it's just a really cool game.
So the main objective is to get into the other team's base or room?
Yeah, kind of. There's three different game modes. There's hostage. There's bomb, and then there's like objective where you have to go in and like grab it, or you don't have to go and grab it, but it'll have like a little marker, and then it'll show how much time you've been in the room. And if there's someone else in the room that's an enemy, it'll be like contested, and you have to get it all the way or kill everyone in the room. And then the bomb is where you have to place your like diffuser, and then like it'll like go off and stuff and like take out everything. And then hostage is where there's a hostage in a room and you have to get it back. And in each of these game modes, if you kill everyone on the opposite team, you will win.
Okay, so I don't really know, because like I said, I'm not really big into these types of games like with CSGO and that, but it kind of sounds a little bit similar to CSGO, or is it really not?
It's not really, just because they both are kind of different games.
Yeah.
Because Rainbow Six Siege, you can be running and you can still shoot, but in CSGO, you have to stay still or else it'll be all over the place.
Okay. Were there any like reasons why you left CSGO because of that? I know you mentioned it wasn't as vibrant, but it was just kind of the play style you didn't like.
Yeah, the playstyle, I mean, it was all right of a playstyle. I was finally getting down like the weapon sprays and stuff, but it wasn't really ever a game that I could spend a whole bunch of time on. Right now, I'm just really trying to find a game that I want to spend a lot of time on, and Rainbow Six Siege is, I think, might be that game.
So how is the competitiveness between CSGO and R6?
They're both similar games in people being toxic.
I know CSGO has had a really big toxic community.
Yeah, that's same with Rainbow Six Siege. There's a whole bunch of toxic people on Rainbow Six Siege, but it's not as bad. I feel like CS:GO, every game you hop into, there's at least gonna be one toxic person on your team. But yeah.
Is there ranking systems in CS, or is it just with R6?
There is ranking systems in CS.
And isn't it? I've heard it's definitely frustrating when you drop rankings and stuff.
Yes, very.
So how do you earn the rankings? Just by playing, or is it by winning, or?
It's by winning. In both of the games, you have to win. It doesn't matter if you get like 15 kills and your teammates get 0 and you still lost. You'll still go down.
Okay. So how important is communication and teamwork, and also just you being solo sometimes?
On PC, I feel like it's not as bad as console. Console, I rarely find anyone else with a mic, especially if you're playing competitive or just any game in that. On console, it's just there's no one without a mic. And then PC, though, I feel like most people have a mic. Some people just don't talk, but most people do have a mic, so it's not that bad. But at times, it's pretty bad because no one will have a mic at times.
So you would say is communication key for this game?
Yes.
So just like strategizing and everything. Are there any like big strategies that really do help you in the game for like everyone, or is it really something that you just kind of have to talk through who you're playing with?
It's really there's not really strategies. There's people that work good together, like a Thatcher and a hard breacher that can like. So there's things called mute on defense. There's operators. So a mute and bandit and stuff. They can make it to where you can't break through a wall. It'll like disable your hard, break.
Mm-hmm.
And but then Thatcher will throw his little like EMP grenade out, and then it'll take that out for a little bit, and then you can finally break through the wall during that short amount of time. So there are people that work good together, but mainly it's just call outs on knowing where enemies are on the map and where they're coming through.
Mm-hmm. Do you find, I guess, over your whole entire gaming, like all the games that you have played, that any of these games have become boring, or like, do you find Rainbow Six Siege boring even though you still play it a lot?
I don't find Rainbow Six boring. At times it's just frustrating, but I mean there are some games that are boring. They're just not for me. But you know, it's just there's always gonna be some games that are super good and some games that are boring to you that other people might just find them fun.
Mm-hmm. So another thing is that I do know you did play Overwatch, and it seemed like you were pretty good in that. You did get pretty high rankings in that. So where did that come in your kind of gaming timeline?
I played Overwatch for actually a super long time on console. Never really took it seriously. I would just grind it out with my friend. Whenever I first got my Xbox One, I would just play it out on there, and it was fun. But then I switched over to PC, and then I got more competitive on it. But I didn't really have a whole bunch of friends on PC just yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have more friends now that are willing to play Overwatch with me, so I might try to pick that game back up because I do like that game a whole bunch. But it's frustrating whenever you don't have a team that communicates at all, and because Overwatch, it's not about knowing where people are on the map. You do have to know that where people are on the map, but it's more or less team comps because you don't want to run a team of all tanks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So did you pick Overwatch up once you switched to PC and then just playing with your friends?
Yeah, I picked it up pretty instantly just because it was a game that I was familiar with, and it was a game that was just I liked just in general, so I just started playing it.
Mm-hmm. What would be the longest game that you've played? I'm guessing it's COD.
Yes, Call of Duty or Destiny.
Oh, okay. So you played Destiny.
Yes.
How is that?
Destiny, the first one I played like endlessly. Whenever something would come out, a new thing, I would beat it like in that week. It would be super fast. On Destiny 1, I think I was 5 off the highest light level. And that's not like levels, it's like how much your armor, what your guns are, and I was like 5 off of the top. And I was really good at that game. But then Destiny 2 came out, and I feel like Destiny 2 was like, people might disagree on this because I didn't really play Destiny 2 a lot, but to me, it kind of just felt like the first one. I didn't really care to grind it all out again.
Mm-hmm. So how seriously are you taking gaming right now, and where would you want to end up with gaming?
Gaming right now, I'm taking it seriously on the streaming part, and I'm just trying to entertain right now. Once I start getting better, I'll probably start focusing on more like the competitiveness in that. I am still very competitive, but in these lower ranks, I'm just like whatever. I'll just entertain.
Mm-hmm. And this would be in Rainbow, right?
Mm-hmm.
What rank are you currently?
I am a bronze too because I dropped down because I was playing solo. But it goes copper, bronze, silver, platinum, or copper, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and then diamond. And so whenever I first started out, I was silver 2, and then I went up to silver 1. That was my highest, and then I just started doing solos, and then I just kept losing. And it's to the end of the season, so next season I should get a better rank, and then I should be up there a bit more.
Mm-hmm. Is solos hard just because, I mean, you could be playing with someone terrible, or is it they don't have a mic, or is it all of the above?
All of the above, really.
Mm-hmm.
Just solo, you never know what you're going to get with your teammates. You're just never really going to know because sometimes I will carry and like I'll top frag, but we'll still lose. And then at times I'll be like mediocre on the team because there's some other dude that's just super good.
Mm-hmm. So, what will be your, or what do you plan to be your amazing goal for Twitch? Because that's definitely what you're taking seriously at the moment. Besides like competitiveness, you're definitely
Hmm.
doing the streaming portion of it. So, what's your main goal? Whether that would be like, I guess, upgrading your setup, just making the best stream that you can possibly can.
Um, my goal is probably to hit partner this year. I'm really trying to grind for that. I'm really trying to get there. I know it's going to be hard, but I'm trying to put in the work for that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just, and then um, yeah.
So what would you say to someone? Because obviously you have experience with this, with taking breaks and everything. For someone who definitely does that, who probably doesn't have that many followers, just what would be your word to them to just keep going, to just keep streaming?
Um, I know it's gonna be like hard at times. You're gonna be discouraged. I would honestly just say don't really focus on how many people are in your chat. Focus on having a good time, and don't try to put on a fake personality unless you know that's like your point of the stream, like Doctor Disrespect. I know other people do that. They'll put on like a character basically. But if you're just gonna do like your normal self, make sure to be yourself, and people will like you for who you are. And don't just try to be someone that you're not. Don't try to copy someone, and just try to be yourself. And if you get discouraged, just keep pushing because it'll get better. I promise.
Mm-hmm. So do you do any, like, the last podcast I did was with Rebel, and he also took a pretty big break, but now he's also just like, just do it, like, just keep going. And he also turns off the view finder, or
Mhm.
the viewer count. Do you do that? Do you do any of those types of things to not get you distracted?
At first, I did because whenever I was streaming Call of Duty Zombies, I got up to the point where I would have 75 people that would instantly come into my chat whenever I started streaming. I had a very good fan. I had a very good fan base. Um, and then whenever I took that break, it was kind of devastating because after that, I would really only have about 10 people in. Um, and then I just stopped looking at the viewer count at that point. But right now, it doesn't really bother me that much, so I just put it back up there. I don't focus on it, but at times, you know, whenever chat's like going pretty fast, I'll look over and be like, "Oh, thank y'all so much for like 15 viewers," because I haven't had that often anymore. So
Yeah. So, kind of just some of the things that you just said, like, don't put on the fake personality or anything. Do you just, is that some of the things that you do, like, to just keep on going? Like, what are the things for you personally?
yes, because I feel like if you put on a fake personality, you're not gonna have as much fun with it because you're always gonna have to try to be in that character instead of just being yourself and just having fun with it. Because if you're putting on a character and not really having fun with it, then it's just not gonna be good.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any future plans for your setup to make your streams better in that sort of way?
Yes, definitely. I'm trying to get, of course, a better webcam eventually. This is like a Logitech. It's like just a normal one. It's not the Logitech C920, but it's like a bit of a downgrade from that. I don't know what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
But I am definitely trying to get better things. This my next setup upgrade. I'm gonna get a better keyboard and a better mouse because I'm using the ones right now that came with my PC, so they're not very good.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course I'll get a better mic eventually. So I think it'll be my mouse and then my keyboard and then probably a better mic.
Any brands that you really like, or do you know the keyboards and mouse that you want to get, or is it just kind of what you go
So
for?
my mouse, I'm gonna get the glorious model. It's like
Oh,
O
the
or
new
zero.
the new mouse that
Yes,
just came out. Nice.
yes. I'm gonna
Awesome.
get that because I actually have this mouse pad that goes all the way across my desk. It's the glorious PC gaming race.
Oh
It's
yeah.
their mouse pad. It goes all the way across my desk. I got the biggest one.
Mhm.
And so I'm gonna get that mouse that goes with it. I'm gonna get the matte one instead of the shiny one because the shiny one's gonna get like smudges on it.
Yeah.
And then for the keyboard, I'm gonna get the Ducky One Two Mini because I don't have a huge desk and I like the Ducky One Two
Yeah,
Mini.
for sure.
And then for my mic, I'm a huge fan of Blue, and so I think I'm gonna get the Blue Yeti, like the Stream Edition.
Oh, nice. I didn't even know there was a stream edition. That's cool though. Any second PC? Because I know that's definitely another big thing streamers want, or are you totally fine with what you have?
I think maybe in the future, whenever I get bigger, I will probably not get a second PC, but we'll just see where I am in the future. But I'll
Mm-hmm.
probably just upgrade it a bit, get a better graphics card, get more RAM in there and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, awesome. That's nice that you're not always like, I know everyone just wants like the best setup as you can, but it definitely seems like you're taking this in steps instead of just like
mhm.
going all out, which is definitely probably the best thing to do instead of just going all out.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I guess to wrap it up here, I just want to know, like, are your friends and family like all for what you do, like supporting you with streaming and stuff?
My parents, they don't really understand it. They're fine with it, but
Yeah.
they just don't understand what I do.
Mhm.
I'll be like, "Oh, I got a donation tonight," and they'll be like, "Okay, I don't really know why," but they don't. So yeah, they don't really understand it. I guess they do support me, but like one of my like pet peeves is that I'll just start my stream and then they'll have me go do something that they didn't tell me
Oh,
before,
okay. Mhm.
and that's like one of my pet peeves. I'm just like, please don't do that,
Yeah.
and it's kind of tough. But
Mhm.
I think my friends, they'll mess with me a bit about it just because we mess with each other,
Yeah, of
but
course.
not really. They really are pretty supportive. A lot of them will hop on my stream and stuff and talk.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that's great to hear. And then are your donations going for anything or saving up for something with your setup or?
yes, actually, the donations and everything right now is saving up for my mouse. I'm very close to actually getting it. I think I can actually get it already. I could probably also get the keyboard, but we'll just have to see.
Mhm. Will you be, I'm sure, or probably you'll be doing unboxing videos for your channel?
Yes, for sure. I'm gonna be unboxing it and probably reviewing it,
Mhm.
just because I do like tech. But
Yeah.
it's just I'm not gonna spend $100 on tech just to
Yeah.
do unboxing videos.
Mhm. But yeah, that sounds awesome, like where you're at, what you want to do and everything. So I guess this is going to go ahead and wrap it up. We're almost at 50 minutes here. So, oh yeah, but anyways, thank you so much for joining me on this podcast, and for everyone who's watching, I'll link all your social medias down in the description so they can go ahead and check you out and support you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Really
Mhm.
enjoyed it.
So yeah, anyways, thank you everyone for watching this podcast. Once again, all of Suttle's social medias will be linked in the description down below. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode of the podcast.